Well. Anyway, in the background of the music, as I do this, I guess, dedication video to all my dancing family friends, especially those getting ready to celebrate the reunion of the Paradise Garage. In the background, I got some music playing from DJ Omar Abdullah. This is a garage music #6 mix that he did back in 2003. And I believe the brother's out located in New Jersey. As you may well know, my name is Oscar Reyes, from Harlem originally, and grew up in the Bronx. Let's talk about the dedication that I'm setting off to you guys in regards to the Garage Union. As we all know, it's September 1st, 2013. And just to share a little bit of history and information in regards to the Garage, somewhere back Labor Day weekend of 1977, I received an invitation at a loft party for this garage. That was on actual Sunday night, 77, September, that they had their first party and opened up the doors to the public. It was a great experience to be introduced to something that at the time we didn't know. We were actually in an era of making history in the music, dance, fashion, arts world. And quite a lot of people, thousands, several thousands of people have come through this door, which through their construction parties, which was called the under construction parties, from a period of 1977 roughly to 1979. Through these under construction parties, we're able to put the money together to have the grand opening of what we know and what we're celebrating still the spirit of it all, called Paradise Garage. I had the opportunity myself later on, besides always being a dancer in the dance scene, to have the honor and pleasure to manage the code room from 1978 to 1979. In the transition of looking, coming from the garage and building from one room to the other room to the other room, to the grand opening in 1979. And to me, as staff and actually a person contributing a lot of dance time and actually working at the garage, that's special to me in this reunion that's coming up this in particular Sunday, is that I believe, if I stand corrected, I believe this is the first time actually that they're doing it on a Labor Day weekend. And that makes it much more special to me as far as the history goes, being that I know they opened their doors, I got you would say 36 years ago, back in 1977, officially, Labor Day weekend. I just wrote something down really quick that I would like to read out before I continue on. First and foremost, moment of silence for those who have crossed paths over, and take that moment now. And also prayers to each and every one of us that woke up this morning and have another day, blessed to be alive and woke up. I was walking on sunshine, then I was thinking where the happy people go. Down to Love Town, to paradise, where they can stay free with music is the answer and love is the message. We were all hooked on love through music. Don't never take my music away. The more I get, the more I want, we want, because it's too hot for love. Give me love because my love is free. Baby, got to give you love. Can nobody love me better? I met a lot of beautiful, wonderful, great souls throughout my journey and venture of dance, and also especially at the garage. Um, you know, age is a number. I'm glad to see another year here coming up soon in the near future. Um, Now at 55, going to be 56 December 5th, there was quite a few injuries that happened to me during the dance world and also doing sports. Um, and even though, at this age of my life, obviously with the injuries, I don't dance, not like what I used to. And that's the age process. But I'm glad and thankful unto the God that I believe in that I'm able to still dance. The name that I use on YouTube, and you can also catch some videos that I just started to recently start to record and do, which I got under the name of Legends of Club Underground Dancing. I was back home a couple of weeks ago, caught up with one of my inspirations in the dance world, Gregory Flame, as you may all know him, and also caught up with Steve. Meanwhile, Loft Brothers, actually Flame, I met in the gallery, but in dedication that I'm eventually going to upload their video that we did in regards to dancing. I just need to share that some people say they don't have the words to describe Paradise Garage. Well, it was like going to a masquerade dance, ballroom party, theatrical party. Every weekend you went out. First and foremost, it was for the love of the people that were on their dance floor, and also through the great DJ at his time, Larry Levan. Going there every other weekend, it was like you didn't know what to expect, but you knew you was in a place where you can call home for a lot of us. And for many of us, again, in the arts world, whether you were singing, dancing, acting, writing, so forth and so on, this was a place that you had to get to in order to open yourself more in the direction of the light that would guide you to take you to other places in your life. I did a quick video also that I dedicated to your guys in the reunion. For foremost, hope that all of you that are out there, especially the ones that we danced amongst for so many years, and when you do a little spin, dance, move, or leap or something, just mention my name while you're on that floor on one of your step movements. I really would appreciate it. The white gloves. The white gloves, again, before coming into the garage, I went to a place called the Loft, David Mancuso's Loft. Back then it was on Mercer and Prince Street, down a block from the gallery. This is a shout out to Sophie Escobar. Miss you, sister. You was a great inspiration to my dance. And the first person I ever saw in my whole life at a dance club wearing gloves, white gloves, was Sophie. And 1979, I had the opportunity to come out on national television, Soul Alive. And funny thing, as the world's so small, I went to a club called Leviticus to do the audition. And they had a couple people sitting at judges for us that evening. And Mario Grant was one of them, who worked at the shelter for many years. And the other one that we know from the group, visual, keyboard player, music producer, also a great dancer, good friend of mine, Boy Jarvis, was sitting as two of the judges actually for this audition that we did in Leviticus. In some of my photos that I posted up not too long ago in dedication to the reunion, you will see David Padilla in one of them, which was one of the greatest hustler dancers that I ever known, and dancer in general, from Spanish Harlem. And he's continued to do his dancing, ballroom dancing, Vogue, and so forth. From the House of Extravaganza, I've always been one of my inspirational dancers also. The Garage, I actually, always wore my Chinese dance slippers for many years. But I got into really the clothing wear as far as wearing dance tights and so forth and so on. It enhanced me at my time of being at the Garage. And one brother in particular that I connected with for many years on that Garage dance floor, I would like to give a shout out to, is Ralph Siegel. Also Desiree, the young lady that was underage that came up with her mother to the clubs. We had a lot of great years dancing. Terry, of course. Terry's been doing some functional parties these days too. Staff-wise, the ones that I still remember that I were really kind of close and tight with when I was working there. Gathan Waters, who worked in the courtroom with me. My brother Bill Glenn, who just recently passed this year. Also Kenny Eubanks, who's also living in the spirit world these days. There was also a brother named Nathan that was also in the kitchen. Obviously, listen, dedications always to Joey and David for keeping up the parties, the Pino. Joey Lanos, at the time when I was working at the Garage, Joey was working security. David himself worked up there by the steps going into the booth of Larry's booth. Steve Perez, we've been keeping in contact throughout the years. Rico, obviously, that's going to be at the door tonight. There used to be the brother MG that used to handle electrician work there. I kind of remember him fairly good still. Who else in the staff? A couple of brothers from the cleanup crew, man. There was a picture that was posted up. The guy's first name was Nelson. I need to say this, every night before you guys came out to party, especially once the grand opening took place, this was out of the sawdust, just one room that actually became the room with the crystal glass. That was the only room back in 77 to about over 78. But the staff, once Paradise Garage opened up, the staffs in all areas of work took their jobs very serious about what we did. Whether it was security, the cleanup crew, me working in the coat room, so forth and so on. Dance floor crew in particular, the guys besides cleaning up, they used to always buff the floors every night before the guys came in for partying. As I mentioned before, one of the clips of probably in the history of it all, one of the best dance floors I think in the whole universe when it comes to club dancing. Great wooden floor, sand underneath to observe the bounce of thousands and hundreds of dancers. I sent out a message out to Rick just to see what was the head count when he gets to all the people that come in tonight. I know in 1979, when I was managing the courtroom still, that New Year's Eve party, which actually was the official grand opening of Paradise Garage and all the rooms, meaning that they had the movie room set up then, the concession stand, the crystal glass room, and the courtroom itself, and all these rooms. Furthermore than anything else, in 79 New Year's Eve party, I had to end up closing the courtroom because there was no more room to hang up coats. And on the count that I came out with at that point was like 3,000 plus, a few hundred. That 1979 New Year's Eve party. What was incredible also, talking about Garage and its history, the party might have finished somewhere close to 11, maybe 12 in the afternoon. After everybody left, then the staff from all the other main big clubs in New York City came down and we continued the party with our staff workers from other clubs to about 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I didn't get home that New Year's Day to somewhere between 4 or 5 o'clock from the previous night of working all night long. I also would like to say, I hope you guys, I know you're definitely going to have a great time tonight. And listen, although they say some good things come to an end, the spirit of Paradise Garage will always live on forever. A lot of us have gone in other areas of our life, but the one thing I got to say always, even when I come across people that not really that I might have connected as a friendship, but as long as we had danced in the garage, it's always embracing feeling to come across some of y'all. Shout out to my brother Chris Alba, that we had a great time when I met up with him finally. Although we've known each other from the garage scene and the martial arts scene, but it was an honor and pleasure to meet the brother face to face. Had a great time when I was in New York. Put in a dance step for me. And coming into the closing, I just love to say that Garage will always be with me today, tomorrow, forevermore. And time comes for whenever we have to cross paths over, that to always remember all of us through your dance. And as the saying goes, music is the message, love is the answer, and got to always keep on dancing. With that, love, peace, happiness to each and every one of y'all. I'm out, aka Dancer New York City. Peace, love.